Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to League of Legends. I am Lanolin. I will be shoutcasting another match with my same friends because I like watching them. They do a pretty good job most of the time. Sometimes they don't do very good, but typically they're pretty good. Of course, we have Kale, Malphite, Wukong, Draven, and Katarina on the blue team, and Ahri, Volibear, Talon, Alistar, and Vayne on the purple team. Again, we have no jungle for purple team, and we have no jungle for blue team. Though Malphite may jungle, Malphite is a very, very strong pick. So hopefully they can really dominate that Malphite early on. Because if he starts getting kills and starts making ganks, it could mean doom for our purple team. Alright, so let's get started. Definitely have water this time. The first two matches I didn't have water. I had Dr. Pepper because Dr. Pepper is the shit. And I was having some problems. My throat was like, fuck you. Fuck you. But I have water this time, so that should help. Malphite going bottom for blue. Okay. And Kale.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Interesting indeed. I have Wukong and Draven going top. Draven, a very, very, very powerful champion in early game because of those axes. So long as this fella Prunchy knows how to catch his axes, he can. I've seen legitimate first bloods. Wow, there's 3 bots.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
I've seen legitimate first bloods with Draven in under 2 minutes because those axes are so very strong early game. We have Ahri mid versus Katarina. This should be interesting. Talon top. Talon is not a character you actually see played very often because he's so very easily countered. Open up my drink. There we go. Delicious. Talon is very, very easily countered. But seeing as this is a blind normal game, you can pick Talon without too much risk of being too heavily countered, though he is going to be 2v1ing. Here we go. Malphite, possibly first blood. There we go. First blood from Alistar, taking that very quickly. Very smart move. Taking their 3 bottom, ensuring that they get the first blood and getting a kill early on. We're going to get a little bit of Dr. Pepper because, well, delicious. Now we'll see. Okay, Volibear is going ahead and moving up towards mid. We give Ahri a chance. Here comes the flip. There's a flip. Ahri capitalizing it. Katarina burning her flash, not allowing them to get the kill, but her flash is indeed burned. Volibear now moving towards top to give Talon a little bit of assistance. Kale down here trying to stop Vayne from farming as much as he can. As everybody knows, once Vayne gets her farm, she becomes an unstoppable arbitrary. There's the Wukong jumping in to try and get some damage in on Talon, but Volibear is going after Wukong. Unfortunately, his flip is down, so he is unable to flip her back. There goes the Ignite onto Katarina, though Katarina does have a potion pop, so it is not going to be enough to bring her down. Ahri, of course, taking quite a bit of damage there from Katarina and the turret. Katarina going to move in, try to get the kill. Is she going to notice? Ahri does not notice, and Katarina takes the kill very easily. Malphite is back bottom lane. Kale putting down some damage, and she will fall to Vayne. Malphite trying to get out of there. Alistar doing what he can. Malphite and double kill for Vayne as Malphite goes down. Top lane we have Draven and Volibear taking down Wukong. Draven doing what he can. Volibear trying to get out of there, not trying to give Draven a kill. Very good job from Talon and Volibear. Volibear, of course, he's not typically playing jungle, but he is, I don't know, he's not jungling in that he's not running around, taking buffs, doing the typical jungle thing, but he is ganking lanes, giving bot lane an early advantage, and of course, making top a little bit concerned, giving Talon that advantage, even though it is going to be a 2v1. giving Talon a chance to farm a little bit. Talon really needs to get out of there. It was very silly of him to run up there, especially with Draven sitting there with those powerful, powerful axes and Wukong coming up. But Talon was able to get away and not give that top lane blue team the kill. Volibear coming back top. Volibear maybe staying top, but starting bot like that helped give bot that extra push. Ahri coming up from the river, trying to get a couple hits off on Katarina, but Katarina notices her in time and gets out. Katarina getting in, trying to get some CS, even though Ahri is right there, was able to grab a few minion kills. Wukong up here, a little bit worried about this Volibear setting here, so he's unable to farm too much. Volibear, of course, flipping a minion instead of Wukong. Probably just a misclick, you know, it happens. Good hit from Ahri, really getting that poke on Katarina, forcing her to go back to her tower. Missed charm, but that's alright, she's already at the tower. Wukong putting some heavy damage onto Volibear without taking any in return. Alistar trying to get a good gank on Kale, unable to do it. Vayne comes in, puts some heavy damage onto Malphite. Alistar chasing Malphite down, trying to make sure that he gets that kill. Does he get it? Yes, he does. And Alistar comes around, gets a knockdown onto Kale, and of course, Vayne taking the kill onto Vayne taking the kill on Kale. Wow. A lot of action going on. Hard to keep track. Katarina taking out Ahri. Unfortunately, I did miss it, but Draven did go down to, I believe, was it Talon or was it Volibear? To Volibear, yeah. Volibear took the kill, but nevertheless, assists are still nice. Wukong using his decoy to try to get out of there. He might be able to escape. He does. He does get out of there in time, thanks to that decoy, which really makes Wukong such a powerful, powerful champion, especially top lane. Vayne putting some poke on that tower, since there is not much Malphite can do. This is exactly what Purple Team needed to do with this Malphite. They needed to lock him down and prevent him from being able to do anything. Because if Malphite is free to do what he wishes, he will absolutely destroy the opposing team. And he's an incredibly powerful pick. A lot of times you see Malphite banned by better players. Most like normal players will just do the typical, you know, cast ban, Shin ban, Karthus ban, you know, stuff like that, Morgana ban. But you'll see it more often than not in tournament play and in ranked play, or in higher ranked play, not necessarily in high elo, but in higher ranked play. You'll see the Malphite ban because people know Malphite is such a strong pick. The charm goes off on Katarina. Ahri doing what she can. Katarina pops her off, but Ahri gets out in time. I don't think it's going to be enough. And the Ignite takes Ahri down. Mid lane is having a little bit of issues, but nevertheless, bottom lane and a little bit top lane doing very well. Bottom lane, of course, being the dominant lane in this match for Purple Team. Blue lane is definitely putting up some heavy resistance to this top lane, but nevertheless, blue lane is definitely keeping Draven and Wukong at bay. Of course, Purple Team is losing mid lane quite a bit. Ahri's putting up a good fight, but Katarina is still securing those kills. Katarina, of course, pushed her lane up to the tower to get a little bit of damage onto that tower. Unfortunately, here we go. Wukong spinning out, wasting his ult, using his ult to get away, so he does not get killed once again by this powerful top lane team. Talon and Volibear, really difficult team duo to go against. Like I said, though Talon is easily countered by a lot of champions, he is still a force to be reckoned with because of his mobility and the damage output that he can do. And with Volibear paired, this can bring a lot of difficulties for Wukong and Draven. Draven, of course, knocking that out there, knocking out his E, trying to get a little bit of CS, keeping Volibear from coming in and possibly grabbing him and tossing him to the deadly Talon. Alistar being pinged to fall back while Vayne moves up to possibly ward. Why Alistar isn't... nope, not warding. Vayne is going mid to help out Ahri, as is Talon. They know their mid lane is having some problems, so they want to go ahead and get out. There we go. There's the damage. There's the hit. There's the shutdown from Katarina. Solid play by Talon and Vayne to give Ahri a little bit of breathing room. Is Ahri not necessarily doing bad? She's just getting outplayed a bit by Katarina. I think what Ahri needs to do is oh, there we go. Volibear running from Wukong, trying to get away. Definitely gets away. Takes quite a bit of damage there, but he's able to move away and heal himself up quite a bit, actually. Wow. Not much action bottom lane. Alistar sitting in the bush waiting for Vayne to return so they can get another couple good kills off of this strange Malphite and Kayle comp bot. This is really weird. Malphite moving in, forcing Malphite or Alistar to back off a bit, stopping from CS. But once again, Malphite and Kayle too worried about where Vayne. They don't know where Vayne is, so they can't really move up to try and push Alistar into either running towards the tower or backing. Another kill for Katarina on Ahri. I keep missing these because it happens so fast. Minion wave pushed up to the tower. Volibear being targeted, of course, by Draven and Wukong. They need to get him out of there so they can push the tower and possibly do some damage to it and get their CS. However, because I don't know where Talon went. Talon is still top. Most likely looking through items. He really needs to get back to his lane. Volibear could really use the assistance. While Volibear is doing a very good job at holding his lane, he needs Talon there for that damage. Katarina coming top, taking out Volibear. Bam! Again, using the ult to do that, completely unnecessary, but it still secured the kill. Bottom lane, Alistar and Vayne going to the Vayne. Shut down by Malphite. Alistar doing what he can, takes out Kayle, puts in a heavy amount of damage onto Malphite. We might be able to see a double kill from Malphite here if he dives the tower. He does not, which I think it was a smart move. Because of they're still low level. And there goes top turret because Talon took so long to come back into lane. Not sure what he was doing, but he was not able to get back into the lane to assist Volibear and prevent top lane from taking their tower. There he goes. There goes Alistar. Taking that. Will he survive the tower hits? Yes, he will. Good job. Very well played by Alistar. Waiting, allowing himself to heal up a bit, and attacking before Malphite was able to regenerate his armor. Volibear and Talon and Vayne back top. Since bot is pretty much under control, Vayne actually has the ability to pretty much roam now. Though they haven't taken the tower bot, it is low enough that Vayne is able to run around and help Ahri with this mid. Again, Ahri not doing too bad, but basically just being outplayed by Katarina quite a bit. Katarina is a very difficult partner, difficult point to lane. Volibear going balls deep on this Draven, trying to get him down. Draven is very high health. Draven is able to escape though as he drops his E to push her away. Katarina, very fed, takes out Vayne. Ahri doing her best. Double kill from Katarina on Ahri because this Katarina is very fed at this point, making it very difficult for mid lane to really do anything other than getting up. Volibear running into a 4v5. I wasn't sure what he was expecting to do there, but it definitely wasn't anything. Good ult from Draven, taking down Volibear, securing the kill, and allowing their team to take mid tower. That is now 2 towers down at 13 minutes for blue team. Right now, blue team or purple team really only has bot lane going for them because of that Volibear, that early Volibear, 3v2 that they had, and of course the really good combos from Alistar, the QW combos, which actually are very difficult to pull off. You have to have really good timing on the W then Q, or you'll just look like an idiot and not do anything. It's also very difficult to pull off if you have any sort of lag. If you're lagging a little bit, the WQ combo with Alistar is very difficult to pull off. You have to hit Q as you're rushing in with W. As you run in with W, you got to hit Q as you're running into the enemy, or it won't go off correctly. Very good knockback from Alistar, giving Vayne a chance to pop up, knocking back Kale. Personally, I would have knocked back Wukong, but that's just me. But however, it does give Alistar the chance to get away. Though Vayne did take a little bit of damage, it was not nearly enough to take down any of them. Katarina running around mid, Volibear and Ahri trying to make something with this mid. It has not been going too well for Ahri, as she already has 6 deaths against Katarina, which is very, very bad for mid lane. Again, I want to reiterate, Ahri not doing too bad, just being outplayed. Katarina coming in for the turret dive and blowing her ult, taking out Alistar. Wukong takes out Alistar, and Katarina takes out Vayne very, very quickly, with all of them suffering very little as far as turret damage goes. I believe Katarina went in there with already a bit of damage on. Thus, moving this bot lane from a purple advantage over to blue, which will then bring down another turret for blue at 15 minutes, 3 turrets down. This is what I mean by objectives matter, not kills. Getting these turrets this early is going to spell a lot of problems for this purple team. Talon hiding in the bush, waiting for Draven to come out to go after Volibear. Volibear possibly trying to bait, but it's not going to work out, as Katarina is possibly moving top to finish off this top lane. Volibear very overextended. Katarina's going to come in. Here comes the Draven Axis. Katarina's going to come in and, of course, pop her ult and finish off Volibear. What is the cooldown on her ult? She's used it so much. Wow, it's not for... Holy shit, it's so short. That right there is why Katarina is a force to be reckoned with once she gets fed. She can just blow those ults. She gets that cooldown. Does she have cooldown reduction? She got the Hexatech Gunblade, so every time she's using that ult, she's regenerating a whole shit ton of health. Talon farming up a little bit because he hasn't been able to get too much CS. Because his lane is very aggressive. Malphite with his stun, trying to stop Vayne and Alistar, knowing that Kale and Wukong were right there. Pops the ult, completely messes up anything that Vayne and Alistar were trying to do, and Wukong was able to secure the kill on Vayne. Nice ult by Ahri to get out of that Katarina ultimate. She, of course, will pop the other ultimate to get behind her, get towards her tower to prevent Katarina from getting that kill. If I was Ahri, I would have went up towards the other tower. Katarina blowing her flash for absolutely no reason in hopes of trying to get rid of her. Good flash over the wall by Ahri to escape that evil Katarina. Katarina will, however, start taking a ton of damage from Talon. Talon is forced to run out and still falls. And Katarina gets a double kill from Volibear. Katarina, of course, is incredibly fed at this point and absolutely dominating all lanes. Wukong popping his ult, but going down to the tower. Double kill from Alistar on Kale, because again, diving the turret, thinking she had an easy kill on Alistar. Alistar takes her out, but Malphite does finish Alistar for a kill. This is a very, very, very active match. Both of these teams are very aggressive. Draven picking up blue. Draven not that mana hungry early on, but once you really start spamming that W and that E when necessary, and if you're bad at catching axes, Q, you can see his mana pool quickly drop. Katarina and Malphite hiding in the bush, waiting for Ahri and Volibear to make a mistake so they can capitalize. Here comes Tristana, excuse me, here comes Katarina jumping in. The charm interrupts her ultimate. Very smart from Ahri. Volibear doing what he can to stop Katarina, but he cannot do anything as Malphite is right there and his health is very low. Katarina getting another double kill on Ahri and Volibear. And of course, that leaves mid lane open for another turret take. Alistar coming in, attempting to do possibly a 4v1. Not sure what he expects to accomplish from this, as Katarina will Oh, Malphite will take the kill with massive damage coming in from Draven and Katarina, with, of course, the assist from Kale. Talon running back up into his tower, because there really isn't anything he can do at this point.
Purple team's turret has been destroyed.
Again, I reiterate, objectives. Objectives. Blue team pinging for Dragon, since they pretty much dominate the game right now. They are free to go ahead and grab Dragon, which they rightfully should. They've earned it. They have taken 4 towers at 19 minutes. First Dragon here coming in, completely unopposed. This poor Dragon getting absolutely obliterated. Wukong up here trying to push the turret, but Vayne is up here, and Ahri, and Talon. So this Wukong will almost, possibly take out Ahri. Oh, come on. And Wukong takes out Ahri. I don't know, maybe this Ahri is playing really shit, because I don't know how people died. Katarina taking out Talon and Vayne with that ultimate. As soon as I saw if I was the purple team, as soon as I saw Katarina, I would have been gone. I would have gone, nope, peace. Or if anything, if I was Vayne, I would have smacked her. And there's another kill on Alistar with the turret dive by Tristana. Kale taking a lot of damage from the tower, executed by the tower, just couldn't get out of there in time. Her ult, of course, down, so she was not able to shield herself and prevent her death. However, it was just a turret kill. No kills were won by the purple team because of that death. So, fuck it. Purple team now completely responds. Now looks like we will be coming back in 5 seconds. Hopefully they can make some plays with this. Katarina, of course, coming up mid. Purple team does not know that, of course, because they have no ward coverage whatsoever, which is allowing Katarina to run wherever she pleases. Ahri trying to make a play here, trying to do 2v1. You think she'd learned, being 0-9, that she can't 2v1, let alone 1v1, pretty much anyone on this team right now. She needs support of her support, or she needs the support of the rest of her team, and she needs to stop trying to be a hero and trying to get kills because she's 0-9. Someone 0-9 should not try to be playing single player hero mode. It does not work, as we're seeing right now. Now, originally I spoke, I mean, early on in the game, she was essentially just being outplayed by Tristana. But at this point, she's just being raped. Here comes another Tristana taking out Vayne. Oliver and Alistar and Talon trying to make plays, but Draven is able to take out Katarina. Double kill, another double kill for Tristana, taking out Alistar and Talon. Of course, Draven dropping and getting Draven getting another kill from, I believe it was Volibear.
Purple team's turret has been destroyed.
Wukong finishing off the next turret. We'll most likely see a surrender here pretty soon, because I mean this is a pretty one-sided match. They have blue team has no turrets down. Purple team has 5, and Dragon, and an incredibly fed Katarina, who's just absolutely obliterating their team. There you go, Ahri with some very nice poke on Draven. Volibear coming in, gonna try and grab possibly Draven. Wukong with the decoy to get out of there. Here comes Wukong hitting up on Vayne, trying to do some damage, but it's not quite enough. Vayne is going to go ahead and die to Wukong anyway. Wow. And Malphite finishes off Volibear, just taking out the Vayne and the Volibear. Katarina coming in to ensure that her team is able to get out of there without any scratches. Talon popping his ult. There we go. Oh, no, did not die. I thought Katarina died. Mine got blown. Talon quickly obliterated by... Oh, no, there's the surrender. I'm like, what's wrong with the camera? There is the surrender. This team, or not this team, this game was incredibly one-sided. It started off very well with Volibear being bought for the 3v2, taking out Malphite right off the bat. I don't think they got Kale. And of course bot, and then going mid lane and helping Ahri out against that Katarina, forcing her to back and giving Ahri some feed time. And again, Volibear going, of course, up to top to stay in the lane with Talon, and of course helping out with Talon, allowing him a little bit of breathing room from the 2v1 that he encountered when he first got there. Unfortunately, that's where the good plays ended. I mean, I hate to say it, purple team, but you guys got incredibly outplayed this match. Mostly because of Katarina and the lack of ward coverage. Wards. As a popular YouTuber says, Wild Crendor is his name, buy a ward, save a life. Or buy a ward, stop a gank, save a life. And I think if purple team would have dropped more wards, they would have saved many lives. Because Katarina was just free to run wherever the hell she wanted, all over the map, just getting kills here and there and there and there, while the rest of her team pushed those towers and forced the surrender. MVP overall, obviously, is Katarina, with no one really close second. All in all, for blue team, the rest of blue team really didn't do all that great. Wukong had a few good plays. Of course, Draven coming in, getting a few kills in team fights, doing pretty good. He had a really good ult up onto the purple team's tier 1 tower that took out Alistar. Granted, the whole rest of the team was there, so I mean, Alistar was gonna die anyway. But it was a pretty good ult to secure his kill. I gotta say that. So, other than that, Kale, not much presence at all. Malphite also not much presence, though he did do a pretty good ult bot lane when he was up against his own tier 1 tower that ensured Vayne and Alistar's deaths. But overall, Kale, not much presence. Malphite, not much presence. Wukong, pretty good. There's okay. I noticed he's not very good at catching axes. I want to throw that out there. But Katarina absolutely dominated this match with 20 kills and only 1 death. Ahri, you started off doing well, girl, but then you didn't anymore. Too much trying to be a hero, not enough sticking with your team. Volibear, MVP for purple team, mostly because of that early lane jump from bot to mid to top. Talon, there's a reason why no one picks Talon. Alistar did very well. A lot of good combos there that really helped secure a lot of kills for bot lane. Vayne doing pretty well, but unfortunately Vayne wasn't able to get the farm that she needed, especially having only 100 CS. Then again, overall, I mean, her CS was the highest of the whole match. But Vayne needs to get farm and needs to get kills to be viable in the game. If she doesn't have, basically, I mean, she's an item champ to the max. She needs her farm, she needs her kills, or she's not going to be able to do anything. Which, as we saw there, she was able to make a couple good plays. But overall, I mean, it was fairly one-sided. Sorry, purple team, but you got your asses kicked by Katarina, basically. Like, you got your asses kicked by Katarina. I mean, they played hard, they tried their best, but not enough teamwork, not enough objectives pushing, and not enough wards. Wards more than anything. Well, that was this match, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I've been Lanolin, and I'll catch you in the next one.